Here are the most expensive US coins to be sold at public auction during 2023. Now, I'd be completely remiss if I did not start off this list with what was the most expensive Lincoln cent ever sold at public auction. The 1958 double-die obverse penny is a coin of legendary rarity. In fact, only 3 such coins are known to exist today. It has extremely strong doubling on the obverse, especially on the letters of Liberty, and In God We Trust as well. It was sold as part of the Stuart Blay Red Copper Collection in January. PCGS authenticated this rare variety coin with a grade of MS65 Red when it sold for a total price of $1,136,250. 1794 was the first year that the US Mint started to issue larger denomination coins for circulation. Its first attempt was with the centerpiece of the series, the silver dollar coin. But the screw press that they were working with was simply not strong enough for such a large-sized coin, so they turned their attention to the half dollar instead, and by year's end, 23,464 flowing hair half dollars were issued by the fledgling mint, compared to only 1,748 silver dollar coins for the same year. This supreme example of this half dollar coin was graded by PCGS as MS64+, and it managed to raise no less than $1.8 million at auction. However, the flowing hair design got a lot of criticism from both the private and public sectors. So then in 1796, after only 2 years of minting the half dollar, the design was abandoned and updated to the draped bust design instead, while retaining at least for another 2 years, the small eagle reverse design. What we see here is an Overton 102 variety with 16 stars on the obverse instead of the usual 15, updated following the admission of Tennessee to the Union within that same year. The stunning coin was graded as MS66 by PCGS, and at auction's end, it was sold for $1,800,000. The California Gold Rush made the desire for a Western branch mint a necessity, and on April 3rd, 1854, the San Francisco Mint officially opened its doors. And though gold was available in abundance, there was a shortage of parting chemicals needed to refine the gold, as well as some other teething difficulties experienced by the mint within its early days. So it wasn't until 1855 when the first San Francisco Mint $3 coins were then minted. This coin is the only known proof striking of that coin that still exists. And in fact, the existence of this coin was completely unknown until the late 1970s to early 1980s. Today, it is housed within a PCGS slab with the grade of proof 64 Cameo, and at auction, it managed to sell for $2,160,000. The US Mint was established in 1792, but it wasn't until 1795 when the first gold coins were produced. This 1795 cap bust gold eagle is one of those coins. This particular coin was one of the 9 leaves variety, indicating 9 leaves on the palm front clasped within the eagle's talons, as opposed to the more commonplace 13 leaves version. An indication of the variety's true scarcity is that the first published account of it can only be found as late as 1934, when Edgar Adams makes note of the 9 distinct leaves in the May edition of the Coin Collector's Journal. This coin is graded as MS63+ from PCGS and sold at auction for $2,410,000. Now, originally there were 12,400 1873 Carson City no arrows seated Liberty dimes minted at the Western Branch Mint. Of those, 5 examples were removed and sent to Philadelphia for testing by the Assay Commission as required by law. But then, before the remaining coins could be issued for circulation, the Coinage Act of 1873 required that all old-style no arrows dimes were to be melted. Today, no one knows exactly what happened to those Assay Commission coins, or how this coin managed to survive. But what is certain is that this one coin is the only known example of this date and design that managed to survive. Today, it resides in a PCGS lab with a grade of MS-65, and at auction, it sold for $3,600,000. The late 1820s to early 1830s was an exciting time of transition at the US Mint. The cornerstone of the then new Philadelphia Mint building on the corner of Chestnut and Juniper Streets in Philadelphia was laid in 1829. But in 1827, they took delivery of the new heavy Russian Muhlenberger screw press, and the close collar die was also being introduced in 1828. All of this meant that coins could be struck with greater precision and detail than ever before. Thus, in 1829, we have both large and small size and date half eagles produced. The new smaller size and date type is definitely the rarest, with fewer than a dozen business strike coins known and only 2 proof coins known, one of which is secured in the National Numismatic collection at the Smithsonian Institute, leaving only this single coin available to collectors. Graded by PCGS as Proof 66 plus Cameo, it sold at auction for $3,840,000. Meanwhile, the 1829 large diameter or large date capped head half eagle is not exactly abundant in its own right, with the circulation strike possibly being even rarer, but at least there are a grand total of 2 proof coins known to exist. Apart from the coins being physically larger or smaller, other differences also include the typeset of the date, the dentals around the edge of the coin being elongated on the larger size as opposed to being beaded on the smaller coin, and of course, thanks to the close collar, the small size having a raised rim. This Proof 66 example is the finest of 2 known, and was sold at auction for the sum of $2,880,000. In the first decade of the 1900s, President Theodore Roosevelt embarked on a mission to see America's coinage transformed from the barber coins that were in circulation at that time. In a letter to Secretary of the Treasury Leslie Shaw in 1904, he remarked that, and I quote, "I think our coinage is artistically of atrocious hideousness. Would it be possible to employ a man like St. Gaudens to give us a coinage that would have some beauty?" And so, renowned sculptor Augustus St. Gaudens was approached to design these new coins. Sadly, his health failed him before he could complete the project, but in 1907, the ultra-high relief double eagle was minted. Only around 20 or so of these coins are known to exist today. This specimen is the finest known, with a grade of Proof 69 from PCGS, and at auction it managed to raise $4,320,000 by final call. The coins from the San Francisco Mint of 1870 are legendary. Specifically, according to the official mintage figures and the Mint Director's official report for that year, there were no half dimes, quarters, silver dollars, or $3 gold coins minted by the westernmost branch mint for the year. But yet, isolated examples of all of these coins have been discovered through the years. Theories concerning their existence mainly surround the cornerstone laying ceremony for the second San Francisco Mint building that took place during that year. The theory was finally proven in 2004 thanks to some excellent research by Nancy Oliver and Richard Kelly. It seems that one of each of these coins was in fact placed inside a time capsule of sorts inside the cornerstone of that building. By all rights, 150 years later, it should still be there. Which then brings us to this 1870s Seated Liberty half dime, the only known example to exist, with presumably one other coin in the actual cornerstone of the second Mint building. It is graded as PCGS MS64, and at auction it managed to secure a price of $3,120,000. Another such coin that also came to market in 2023 is the 1870 S $3 gold coin. Again, this piece is unique, excepting for the cornerstone coins, presumably. It was sold as a part of the spectacular Bass Core Collection Part 2 sale in January. Housed in a PCGS slab with a grade of SP50, it sold for $5,520,000. Subscribe to WNN and activate all notifications with the bell icon if you want to know when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.